Hi, another interesting day in the life of Carrie. Yes, I'm in a skid steer, typical day. This is really real. All my friends know that, all my employees know that. But at a photo shoot a few hours ago where I am working on new headshots for my blog, my daughter called. We own a business called Hidden Creek, and we have a wedding venue and restaurant and an estate. Guess what? We had really bad storms the last couple days. We have a wedding in 2 to 3 hours now from now, and she was trying to locate me because she was needing the skid steer moved so that it was out of the way for the wedding photos. And no one else in our family knows how to drive this because we just got this new one. Not that it's new, it's really janky. But gave me an opportunity because I was trying to get this blog done and was trying to find a quiet place to do it, that when I turned it off, I thought, oh my gosh, this is quiet and real life as it gets in Carrie Frank's life. This really reminds me though of like hard work and obstacles that come our way and how you have to pivot. Recently, Kim, an old friend of mine, moved away, reached out on my blog and was hit with one of those moments where she just had life thrown at her in full speed ahead. Major life turn of events and health issues in her family that have required her to become the main provider. And that's hard when you're older in life too, not in your 20s, that's what I'm saying. It's like, wow, is it too late for me to pivot? I have to start over. I have to figure out how to make money and start a company, do something. And guess what? You can do it. And that's what I told Kim. So thanks to all of you who have reached out on my blog, sent me either fun stories of working together or questions or comments. I really appreciate it. It's really fulfilling for me because that's really why I'm doing this, is to help inspire other people. I think a lot of us assume that when we see what we think are successful people in life, that is, they had a perfect life. Like they were dealt a great deck, they had a silver spoon handed to them, all the sayings you can say. And I would say from the successful people I know, that is usually the total opposite. And I can say from my experience, I've been through more than my fair share of health issues in our family, tragedies, just really big, not great events. And guess what? I'm really successful, and I love that I've been able to overcome those. And I wanted to share that with you because a lot of people don't share the pain and the hurt and the things you go through before you're successful. And I think that's part of our era with Instagram and Facebook, is that everybody looks perfect and your world looks perfect. And I will tell you, the one thing you'll get out of my posts, and everything's going to be authentic. You're going to see the real me and the real mistakes, because I think that's what we need. We need inspiration, that when we go through really, really tough times in life, other people have been there and they've gone through it and they've gotten to the other side and they're succeeding and happy in life. Like, that is motivational, is just to see that other people have made it and that they're telling you you can make it too. And don't even think that, I had any advantages, because I was at every disadvantage you can imagine. We can start with no money, no connections. I think I was making $12 an hour before I started this. 3 kids, one with medical issues. I had no college degree. I had no tech background and no aviation experience. Whoa, that's a lot. I'm hoping that if you're watching this, you're not going through that many things, because that's a lot. You can still do it if you are, but yes, every single thing that somebody would say would be impossible in my story is those bullet points, right? If I just had one of those, somebody would have said like, hey, I don't know that this is a good idea. And sure, I was told that so much along the way, that it wasn't a good idea. But guess what? You can do incredible things. And a couple things. If you're facing a pivot in life, hey, take the reins and take it to your advantage. Things that happen in life you can't control. Bad things are gonna happen. Troubles will come. But it's up to you to take the reins and steer it in a new direction. And when I'm hopeful, and I'm really hopeful, that my friend, she will not only succeed, but she's gonna come out on the other side with just so much more than she ever dreamed she could do, because she has an opportunity now to put everything into this and to push herself to levels she's never pushed herself. And so think about that. If you're going through a transition time, a pivot time, like, man, grab on and hold on and drive it. Don't let it drive you. That's the problem a lot of people do. They either let the circumstance drive them, or they curl up in a ball and just try and hide and hope it will go away. Well, those things won't work. And I'll also tell you, I was very good at diving full into work in those times. That is also not healthy. So there's books about that, like The Body Keeps the Score. So I don't recommend doing that either. It's another avoidance kind of thing from dealing from the pain that you're in. So what I recommend is that you got to deal with it. And some days will be days where you deal with it a lot, and other days it won't. You'll be able to focus on work and life and pursuing your dreams. But let's have a great mix of both so that you become healthy and that this tragedy doesn't define you. Maybe it's not a tragedy. Maybe you're just stuck. Sometimes I feel like stuck people are just in a tragedy that they don't know, because usually they're miserable. That could be miserable at your job, or a company, or just in life. And if you're doing something because maybe you felt like you just had to make a living, no one supported you, you didn't know how to pursue your dreams, maybe it's time that you re-energize yourself to pursue your dreams. Wouldn't that be cool? Because guess what? I couldn't wait to get up every morning. I loved what I did. I still love what I do. I loved aviation. I loved my clients. I loved every one of my team members. I mean, I just couldn't wait for the morning and where we met. Now, yeah, I had some pretty horrible days along my journey too, but I mean, the joy outseated any of those. So let's talk about those pivots. Now, some classic mistakes people make. Don't quit your day job. If you have a day job that's paying you a paycheck, maybe even providing you insurance, keep it. My mentor early on had really explained something pivotal to me, and it really stuck with me. But I've been coaching entrepreneurs and in different meetings, and there's a lot of entrepreneur classes, things online that, you know, say like, get your idea and then go get an investment, you know, go to these incubators and get an investor and get investment, then you're successful. And yeah, I don't like that strategy, because listen, my mentor said, Carrie, you get one pie. Think of the biggest, tastiest apple pie you've ever made, and that's your business. That's your pie. And you get to eat the whole pie right now. But every time you bring in an investor or money, then you're taking a slice of your pie and you're giving it away for someone else to eat. But you did all the hard work. You made the pie, Carrie. Like, you cooked that, you put your heart and soul into it, and then those people just get to enjoy it. And many, many entrepreneurs end up with a sliver of their pie by the end or the leftovers. And wow, that's so hard to, work that hard and to end that way. So don't start that way. Don't start by giving some of your pie away. Work 2 jobs. It's not going to kill you. I mean, working hard is just going to motivate you because you want to, be successful so you can quit the second job, right? So you're going to work harder and faster. And the secret is it allows you to take bigger risks that maybe you wouldn't have tried or taken because you have a safety net to fall back on. Now, if you fail, get back up and try again, because this business that, was my big success is really, after 10 other failed attempts. I don't know the exact number, but it was about that many. But every time I started a company or had an invention or a new idea that didn't work, I learned something that I was able to apply to the next company. And if I hadn't learned that, I don't know that my success would have been the same. So don't resent these times. Grab onto these times. If you don't love what you're doing, if you still had dreams that you put on the back shelf, pull them back out. Come on, let's try things. Grab the reins of your life and go after what you're dreaming of, and make sure that you're loving it. You're having a passionate time at going after your dream, and then it's going to be so much easier than what you think it is. So send me your comments or ask questions, and as I get a chance, I'll go ahead and add them to some of my posts.